Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Let's open this up. Another bias. There's a part 2 like the Dune movie. Kind of like the Dune movie, just not as exciting. So... and with a less good-looking guy as the lead actor kind of thing, so... 2 streams? Indeed. 2 streams. Well, 2 bias streams anyways. Is this going to be the second Joker movie? Maybe. Okay, so apparently Facebook Marketplace just integrated with eBay, so now it'll be flooded with eBay purchases. Sadly, I will have to say goodbye to Facebook Marketplace. You're hotter than Timothy on God? Really, dude? Even with like my hair being all fluffy and stuff? Alex Shamley? God damn, dude. I watched The King yesterday. Tim Keelis? You watched Tim? Timothy was whooping some ass. Oh, that Tim. Wrong Tim. My bad. Wrong Timothy. Facebook Marketplace is now flooded with eBay posts. Going to see if I can turn it off. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, so quick little thing. I hope everyone's doing good today. Oh, let's switch to this view, I guess. I don't know. Today's stream is not going to be a new stream. Well, okay, actually, that's not a good way to put this. I didn't think this through. We're going to be taking a look at the bias again. I'm going to be honest. We built the board. I don't think we all absolutely loved the aluminum plate, but I was actually speaking to Bull and Manu about it, and they were actually saying the plastic plate does sound a lot better with this particular mounting style configuration. I actually still don't mind the aluminum plate. Like, it's not like a bad sound signature, but it is loud. And we're going to take another look. We're also going to be kind of pointing out some things I didn't get to point out yesterday, because a few things I didn't know. So we're going to go over a bunch of stuff. It's kind of like we're going to take a look at the board, re-explore it all. So we'll see. Keycaps are lit. What are they? This is GMK Lux. But in case you guys didn't get to see this yesterday, this is the bias. The bias DE. So, few things. Apparently the color of the case will be changed. Honestly, kind of happy about that. I don't absolutely love the blue, so that's nice. Some other things. Basically, the first there's the first 250 people
Nearly
to buy the
1
board,
year
apparently.
in, pushing for that whole 12 months
Appreciate it.
evening from Finland. Smile.
Oh man, almost a year being here, Kat. Thank you so much, and happy evening from Canada. So another thing too is the first 250 orders will actually have accelerated shipping. So that's just a little bonus, I guess, for people wanting to buy this and wanting it quickly. And then past 250, it'll be like a group buy. We've kind of already talked about this, but I guess to give you guys, so Bull and Manu gave me like a longer official answer for this. But in case you guys are curious, we already said all of this, but I think I said it in a way that I wasn't super like 100% on the details. I am now 100% on the details. All the money from this project, all right? So if you guys don't know, just actually, maybe we'll go over the history of this one more time. Basically, Bion has not been great track record-wise as a designer and person fulfilling his own projects. In fact, it's been pretty shitty. And I didn't want to cover a lot of Bion stuff. I think maybe in the past like 2 years, I've covered one Bion project because it was sold by a vendor. And then even after that, I was like, no more. Because I kept hearing more and more things about how he was dealing with fulfilling his projects. Some people actually ended up getting affected by that, and some projects never actually got delivered. So with that being said, when Manu reached out for this board, I said, I think I'll pass, basically. He reached out a few more times and actually gave me some more insight to what they're going to be doing. So the official answer, exactly what we said yesterday, is Bion's not getting any money from this. And then all the designer royalties instead is going to producing more units to make up for the Bias R2 scam victims. Or I guess not scam victims per se, but just people who didn't get anything. I don't know if it would be called a scam victim. Maybe a scam victim. Basically, Bion will not touch any money, and all trusted vendors will receive all money and pay to stir. Bleh. I don't know exactly what he said here. Oh, any extra money basically will be for extra units. Past that, once things are fixed. This is thanks to Manu. So Manu is the one who kind of made this possible. So thank you to Manu a lot. And that's really it. So all the vendors are going to be participating on that. So we're hoping to, I guess, help a lot of people with this too, which is great. So if the board did interest you, know that Bion's not getting any money, and a lot of that money is going to go towards, so the profit for that is going to go towards Bion's, we'll call it what it is, scam victims. So there you guys go. Again, so we already covered that yesterday. But why is there a part 2? Because I want to use a different plate and PCB and switches. I know this board can sound really good, and I really like the way it looks.
Enjoy
really
your stream, Alex.
Thank you, Asso. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wheeze, yeah. Scam victim fun, basically. All right, and then some other little changes that we're going to be seeing today that I learned last night too is this is a small one. Internally, in the weight, it will have machined lines like past STR projects. Or is it machined lines? Let me double check here. Yeah, like past STR. And then also the Bion logo will be inside as well. Some stuff probably that won't affect anybody at all. Like maybe that wasn't a contributing factor to your purchase, but in case you guys want to know some changes going forward, those two are changes going forward that I learned last night. So kind of good that we got a little second go at the stream today. That way there we can actually take a look. Also, we're going to take a look because apparently the brightness for the RGB can go higher. So we're gonna do that right now, and then we'll rebuild the board too. The OG GB is as old as my 4-year-old toddler, hoping to finally get my bias before he hits kindergarten. I really hope, Pooter, this helps you too. Like, I really, really do. Like, if it does, I'll be super happy. All right, so the LEDs are there, like we saw yesterday, but apparently they go higher. Also, hi, Verm. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Let's see. Let's load this up in video. But how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing okay? Connect. Let's go to design, load. My skin is feeling a lot better today, thankfully. Downloads. Ooh, where is this? Here it is. And we're going to be doing the solder. This is for the solder one here. I ordered HC Sonyas. Is it Sonyas? Am I pronouncing that right? We're going to be using that for the plastic plate today. Do I have to flash this PCB or what's going on here? Maybe we do have to flash it. May have to flash it before we do anything too, so let's yeah, maybe we do it to flash it. So let's actually take this apart and flash it. Or you know what, let's just do the other one. Why not? Let's just build it and then we can see the RGB at the very end. No, I mean, we talked about it yesterday, us wanting to do a rebuild. And honestly, without going into too much detail, my day is kind of free today because I didn't plan on doing anything because I had to do some family stuff today. And that was not quicker than I thought, but like I got home on a reasonable amount of time. So I figured we'd either stream now or like later tonight. So I figured why not now if we barely get to ever do afternoon streams. So why not, right? Yeah, I'm going to see the plastic plate today. So the goal today is to use these switches, which everyone's been ranting and raving about. I mean, in hand, these sound phenomenal. So I am very high hoped for this right now. And actually, let's take a look at the board too. So this is the board. We looked at it yesterday, but just to give you guys another quick little peek at the board here. Absolutely gorgeous. It is super, super pretty. The weight on the back looks great too. Like, it is a good looking board. And again, usually when I receive like an all black stealthy kind of keyboard here, like I personally love them, but I do feel like other colors are great for showing off curves and stuff. Still a gorgeous board. This, even the front lip over here is just so well done on the board too. Almost kind of looks like the fin of a car. Gorgeous. Extend it to the back as well. Very pretty. Extremely pretty board. And then we're going to be using the hot swap PCB today. Again, I'm still not sold on this like CF plate. I think this is ugly. But we're going to be using... You know what? Let's use the PP plate today. What do you guys think? I'm thinking PP. I think that will actually be the better choice for today. Today is going to be... I think today's going to be a really good sounding board for this. All right, let's do some cherry stabs. PP for sure? Hell yes. Let's get some cherry stabs all done up today. I'm a PP lover. I knew it. Goddamn. Oops. Want those... Oh, wait. Okay. Want those actually... These don't have the pronounced scratch when typing. Feels like a muted version of Snow Crash. These switches? I have heard people say the exact opposite, and in hand, they're pretty loud. So I'm kind of actually betting that these switches will be pretty loud today. Seems like only 5 minutes ago I discovered your stream. Here's to many more months and years. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, I hope we always get to stream and we have good vibes here. I really, really do. Thanks for allowing me to do this, guys, and supporting me after the last few years. I think more people have probably joined in the last like year or two, and I really appreciate that. But to everyone, no matter how long you guys have been chilling here, or if you don't plan on staying long, I just appreciate your presence. A chubby cable? This one? This is actually from Ordinary Labs. I don't think it's super... The connector's kind of chunky. But... Been chilling for a couple years now. Thank you, Mochi. Yeah, you've been here for a while. You the man, Alex? At work, but I'm chilling. How's work? Is work treating you good? Or well? I gotta stop saying good. Dude, you know what else I say a lot? I guess it's called like parasite words or something. I say "and some shit" a lot. Or some shit like that. Like, that's kind of how I end a lot of sentences, apparently. I'll be like, yeah, and some shit. Or like, or some shit. Like, this is like silver or some shit. I don't know why. It's like something I just do. I gotta stop, though. I really gotta like make a mental effort to stop, but I don't know how. It just comes out. Ah, man. I don't know why. Anyone got a fix for the bump on sliding off on the bottom weight? Do you mean of just a general keyboard? When you apply the adhesive, wipe down the weight with some isopropyl alcohol or something. Like, let it dry, wipe it down, make sure there's no oils or fingerprints or dust. Then apply your sticker. Make sure you use a new one, but... or some shit, dude. I like those little emojis. Jassy Dog, that's really, really cute. Let's get a tweezer here. Ooh. I once went on a first date with this guy who ended every sentence with, "Oh my god, are you serious?" Okay, I feel like that's a lot of drama though. Like, not in a bad term, but like that would be a lot of like drama at the end of each sentence. I think for me, I'm like trying to play it off as not serious, you know, like. But I get it. We all have different little quirks. We're interesting that way, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like sarcastic. But mine's equally as annoying, I think. I used to do something different. I just don't remember what it was. He's just a chill guy. I try to be chill. It's a work in progress. Ooh, this is a good flavor. What flavor is this? Cherry Twist. These are really good. It's like the only energy drinks, when I do have one, that I like. These Alani News. They're actually pretty darn good. What color of keycaps do you suggest for a mint color? For mint, I kind of like going with a beige. I mean, you could go with just a straight black keycap set as well, but it's one of those things where mint is the case color, and I've, over the last many years of doing keyboards, my go-to solution for doing any keyboard is if you're going to go with a bright colored keyboard case, you use subdued keycaps. Even a lot on my personal builds, if I have something like very in your face, like I am not going with crazy keycaps. I want to let the board do the talking in that case. But I know a lot of people, what they like to do, including myself from time to time, is they kind of like going with a keycap of similar color and blend it with the keyboard. But I will be honest, I think more so than anything, like I will end up changing it to something subdued. I need to put on some shit. I'm going to give you some straight cutters that you're going to be like, wow, I don't know how I lived before this. Really? All right, I'm down, Scrubs. Wait, now I'm curious. What is it? Is it like a different brand or something? The cherry slush one is top tier and doesn't taste like gross medicine, like other cherry flavored things. Dude, we're actually, so I'm trying to go on, I'm trying to like eat yogurt again, speaking of cherry. And every brand of yogurt, their cherry flavor kind of tastes like medicinal. But there's this new brand, well, not new brand, but it's a brand that I've never had before called Liberté that we picked up yesterday. And the cherry, like I just ate that thing so quick. It actually tasted like real cherries opposed to like a chemical cherry, which I know the other ones say they're not chemical cherries, but like it just tasted funny. But this one here was really good. So I ended up picking up some more of it because it was that good. It does have real cherry bits inside, yeah. The other ones don't. The other brands I've usually picked up kind of don't have the real cherry chunks inside, and I think that's what's making the difference, you know. Where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Can you show where you do a snap to your cherry clip and stab since I bought some? Do you mean the cut? The cut goes here. So if you're gonna cut cherry stabs, also cut on a bit of an angle. I don't know if you can really see that, but basically this little Z pattern, this little Tetris block should be all one level. You wanna cut the legs that are higher or like lower, whatever you wanna call it. The ones that protrude further out from the stem. And then cut them on a bit of an angle so you don't get any remnants poking out. So you don't want any little bits there. You basically want this to be as flat as possible so it can, when it goes against the PCB, you're good. Oops. Oh, I need to zoom out. Yeah, snippet flush. All right, let's put some of these guys in. I had the chance to try a Shake Shack today, but I didn't feel like eating a burger today. So I didn't have Shake Shack. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I should have just done it, because I don't think I'm ever going back to that particular area I went to today. Or at least not for a while. I heard someone is promoting a Frankenstab cherry housing with night. Oh, didn't we try that on Justin's or JJW's board? I didn't really care for that combination. Didn't we try something along that line? I think it was not that good. I still don't get why they put the prongs on some stabs. I think it's really only cherry at this point here. It was a Knight plus TX. Oh, so this is a cherry plus Knight stem. Oh. I don't know. I've never really experimented with Franken stabs before. Knight plus cherry is really good. Okay, I mean, I have some spare cherry stabs, obviously, and I have some spare Knight stuff, so maybe we can try, but I don't know. Is the moment still worth it? I don't have one anymore. That was given back. That was not my unit, but I liked it. It was good. And the brush I use, by the way, is this one here. Someone asked me what brush I use. It's from Switch Keys. I'm showing you, it's like not focusing. It's a flat brush. I like these larger flat brushes for keyboard stuff. I just find I can get more surface area, and with a broader stroke, I get kind of more even strokes, opposed to using a really, really skinny brush, where it's like you have to do multiple different levels of strokes for a switch or a stabilizer. So this, I feel like, is A, faster, and then B, more consistent. I don't think Cherry's gonna, though. I feel like if Cherry listened, we would have never had... How can I make this make sense? If Cherry actually cared, they probably would have removed those little things a long time ago. Oh my god. ABS, thank you so much for the Prime for 4 months, man. What's this do, though? Well, you just subbed, and I really appreciate it. That means you're gonna help me make content in the future. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. What if you're just one Frankenstab away from finally being happy? You're not wrong. What if I am? Just one Frankenstab away. Very nice. New molds are expensive, and Cherry is not profitable right now. There's that too. I've heard some hearsay in the community how they're not super profitable. So nice. iPod Rookie, thank you so much for 23 months, dude. Thank you, bro. That's very kind of you. How are you doing today, man? I mean, these are stock Cherry wires that I'm using. The 7U wires are not, but the 2U wires are. The 7U wires I picked up from, oh man, it was a place in Australia. I just don't remember what vendor it was. Alex, I introduced my friend to keyboards and played your YouTube videos on a TV as an example. Oh gosh. How'd that turn out? Oh, the color has already been purchased, and I'm gonna go with this color for the wall. Tate Olive. I think this will be really nice. I think it'll turn out really good. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm done with you guys. No. Because I knew that came up yesterday too. I'm done. Alex, what's your thoughts on MFGs? Not having plate extra. Here's my thought process on it. If you're not going to carry extra parts, then you need to open source the extra parts. That's it. Like that is end of story. That's what needs to happen. If you don't want to supply people with parts to build the board you sold them, you need to like give people files so they can create their own parts. End of story. That's it. Like, I understand why people maybe wouldn't want to order extras. Maybe it's just too much money for them. But then just give people files. There's nothing more to say on that. That is the definitive answer from me. I was going crazy because 3 weeks for a plate seems crazy. Yeah, 3 weeks for a plate is quite crazy. My Agar is EC. I feel like I like feeling helpless. Oh gosh, I don't like feeling helpless. Helplessness is not a good feeling. It is low-key a bad one. What do you think about the new Avengers movie lineup? Oh, okay, someone might have to explain that to me. There's a new Avengers movie lineup? Did I miss something? I've been kind of on my Marvel kick again. But I didn't realize there was something. Was there something that got announced? I only just watched the first episode of Daredevil, like the other day. So, hi Cass, how are you doing, man? Secret Wars, the lineup for Doomsday, like 30 characters got announced. You guys got like a link? I kind of want to read this now. I mean, there's also Fantastic Four that's coming out. I thought that was as far as we got. Xavier and Magneto are back. It's because... Oh, fuck, I feel like there's spoilers coming up. I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. I'm going to be honest. I think they need to leave X-Men alone at this point here. I thought about this critically the other day. Don't ask me why, but I did. They need to leave the X-Men alone because no one's going to... For me... Hugh Jackman is the only Wolverine that I know. And I don't care for anyone else. No one else can do what Hugh Jackman did. So, just like fuck off with the X-Men. Leave them alone. And just move on. Or just don't include them. So, they haven't done another Wolverine, but they're going to have to if they're going to reboot stuff, I assume, for X-Men. Like, they'll most likely switch out the characters, so. Why can't they just give up on Fantastic Four? Silver Surfer was clearly its peak. We'll see how this one's going to turn out. I mean, I'm not really excited for it because I'm kind of over Fantastic Four at this point here. Like, they've all been kind of whatever to me. I saw a Photoshop of Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine. You know, it wasn't bad. Yeah, I don't think they're going to include Hugh Jackman in it. Like, if they did, that would be crazy cool, but I highly doubt it. No, I haven't seen Severance yet, but I really need to. I need to start watching that. It's not so much that Fantastic Four is terrible. I just think it's just like, maybe I'm biased because I didn't, even the original one. Well,
now this is
not original, but thank you, M-Drop. Appreciate the tier 1, man. Even the more recent adaptations, including up to when Chris Evans was playing one of the characters, like, I don't know. I just thought they were all so whatever. But we'll see. Maybe this new one will be a lot better. I liked the first episode, so yeah, I really need to figure out a day I can sit down and just chain watch Severance. So nice.
Hi Alex. What are your favorite music artists at the moment?
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you asked. I have been absolutely going crazy for Bring Me the Horizon. Like, I have been absolutely loving Bring Me the Horizon, dude. It has been so good. And then who else have I been listening to? I'm just going to my playlist right now. Actually, I don't really know how Apple Music works too well, but recently had it maybe. I mean, I've been listening to Linkin Park again a lot. I mean, really? Honestly? And then a whole bunch of stuff that I used to listen to, like Zed, kind of I Prevail, My Chemical Romance, Blink-182, just whatever I want to, whatever I feel like it. But mostly, honestly, dude, the last few weeks, it's strictly just been Bring Me the Horizon. I've just been, like, I've always been into them, but I've kind of just fallen in love with that album, the newest album, Next Gen. So I've been going crazy for it. Blink-182 was went to my high school. Oh, really? That's a crazy thing to tell people. I've been spamming System of a Down. Honestly, they're good too. I should start listening. I used to love System of a Down. I did listen to a bit of Red Hot Chili Peppers like the other day, but I feel like Red Hot Chili Peppers was spammed on the radio when I was growing up that it's hard for me to listen to them now. So real. Dude, I was working retail when Red Hot Chili Peppers was extremely popular, and every day, every other song was Danny California. Yeah. Like, or Californication, or whatever it's called. Every song. And I just got sick of it. I just got sick of it, dude. I'm like, alright. I had enough of this. Best Before Blood, Sugar Sex Magic. I don't even know the albums they released. I just know like random songs. Both real songs? Oh, then maybe both of them were spammed. Two different songs, but Danny was played way too much. Maybe that's the one that was played on the radio. Resident Yappa, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate it, bro. What are you guys listening to? 3 Days Grace was so good, dude. How big would a footlong be to hobbits? Aren't hobbits' feet?
How big would a footlong be to hobbits?
Other people's feet? So would it be the same? Technically, do hobbits use the metric system or do they use imperial? That is the real question. VODs? Yes, what you've been listening to, Peter? Metric? Skillet 3 is Grace and now mostly J-pop? Hey, dude, ain't nothing wrong with some nice J-pop. I also listen to J-pop and K-pop, but it's not to the point where I know many of the artists. I just kind of like when I want something a bit more uplifting and I feel like not super serious, because I feel like some of the music I listen to is like too serious. I'll put on some, you know. It's nice. It is quite nice. Okay. Should I flash this now? I feel like... Okay, well, when we open up the case and the daughter board's present, I'll flash this. And then we can check out the RGB. Old episodes of State of Trance. Oh, that is sick. I used to listen to a lot of EDM stuff. Too much, I'd say. Maybe a bit too much. Let's tune this stab now while I have some room to tune it. Been vibing with Sam Guthrie? That sounds weirdly familiar, but I'm not sure who that is. But the name just like kind of speaking to me. All right, let's get a plate fork and let's start this. Stonebank? Dude, Our Lady Peace was really good. I did listen to a lot of Our Lady Peace when I was younger. Is Our Lady Peace Canadian? Or I feel like they might have been. I don't remember now. There was a few interesting artists that I listened to that I don't know if they still make music. In New Jersey 2 years ago, he could turn mainstream so fast. Both Canadian. Yeah, the other band that I used to really love was... I don't know if this was a really popular band, actually. I always felt like it wasn't. Gob. Gob was really good. I used to listen to the Gob all the time. Particular Give Up the Grudge was like my song. Yellow Card growing up was really cool. I liked Yellow Card. I'm pretty positive I have. I just don't remember songs from a lot of... I mean, even Gob, like, I only know one song off the top of my head. Yellow Card, Goat It? No, it was just Gob. Gob, Give Up the Grudge was, like, my favorite song. Hoobastank was really good. Sum 41's really good. I was actually listening to some Korn the other day, but I don't know. I feel like I liked Korn then, but not as much now, believe it or not. So, I don't know why. Maybe I kind of grew out of them a little bit. Evanescence. Oh, I was actually listening to a few Evanescence songs the other day. There's not really any artists that have popped up in more recent times that I've been like going crazy for, to be honest. So, Third Eye Blind and Smashing Pumpkins for me. Both very valid. Evanescence holds up. Oh, of course. So I feel about Jimmy Eat World. I wasn't a Jimmy Eat World super fan, but I do appreciate like one or two songs by them. Good Charlotte was also something I grew up with. Green Day, but I feel like Green Day is just like... Green Day's like universally really loved, so. 30 Seconds to Mars. I liked two songs from them. I did listen to a few things from them, but wasn't really my vibe. I've always been the Linkin Park super fan. I will admit, I tried their new stuff. I don't really like it. I really tried to like it. I just didn't like it. So, Puddle of Mud. Was that the song that She Hates Me? or something like that. Funeral for a Friend. I know that band. 2000 Nostalgia Trip. Dude, it's crazy because I think that's when I actually cared about music, and I cared to like look at new songs and new artists. But nowadays I have no will to try new artists. Like I've just I found the bands I liked, and throughout the years I've just kind of stuck with them. There are sometimes, I'll go crazy for a new artist, but Three Doors Down was good. I don't listen to them much anymore though. I mean, hell, I was listening for a while there. I had like a Phil Collins kick a few weeks ago, and then I was also listening to like Frank Sinatra. And if anyone asks, I know someone asked last time. Yes, I don't mind Genesis, but I just preferred Phil Collins by himself. Worst concert ever was missed soundcheck, so it was horrible, and he got mad and stormed off the stage and ended up. Oh, really? That sounds a bit dramatic. New Linkin Park still kind of fits with Optimus Prime monologues. Is there any more of those movies coming out? Does anyone know? Don't fall into that trap. That's when you start getting old. Bruh. It's already happened. Already happened, my friend. Dude, I'm excited for these switches. It's also hot swap, so if we need to change out some of the space bars here, we can too. I really think these will sound nice with this build today, though. You're aging, no need to get old too. True, bro, true. Alex is only 24? Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Phil Collins didn't have to go that hard on Tarzan soundtrack, but he did for us. Dude, sometimes I do listen to the Tarzan soundtrack without even giving a shit about the movie. Like, I did like the movie, but... Yes, they have a bit of a natural scratch to them, which is really cool. These switches, I had to ask DY to send me some of these, because I think they were all sold out when I tried to get them. You need to listen to RATM? Rage Against the Machine? I mean, I haven't listened to them in a long time. No. I think if I was to get into a sport now, this sounds... Oh, never mind. I don't even want to fucking say it. Because you guys are going to make fun of me. But no, I haven't gotten to golf. I don't think I will. Badminton? No. Yeah, Payne got it. We went bowling when I went to Novel Keys, and I'm not gonna lie, bowling was so much fun, and I would 100% join a bowling league or something. If I knew how to get into one, I would do it. But I don't even live near a bowling alley at all, so... You look like a bowler? I want to go bowling with Bull. Bowling is awesome. Gotta get those. Gotta get the tech down. The technique is important. But I did pretty well. I hadn't bowled in a long time, but when I went, I was pretty good. Not as good as Mike and the rest of the guys, but why are you dressed like a Nixie? Because I went out today and I've been using this shirt as my pajamas, or my house shirt, or whatever you want to call it. My home t-shirt. So this is my home t-shirt for the week before I do laundry. You and Bull continuing to collab on everything. It'd be fun. Bowling with Bull. Maybe Bull should design an all aluminum bowling ball. How sick would that be? Your custom Alex bowling ball, then you'll be good. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. Posture check. You know what? I could use one of those. I will say, this PCB is already... I don't know if it's just the switches versus the cherry switches, but this PCB, or at least maybe the plate, is accepting the switches a little bit nicer than the cherry ones. Because I feel like yesterday I was having a bit of a pain putting in some of those switches. So this is a lot nicer. A stone and orange bowling ball. man, if I'm being honest with you guys, the more I love the stone and orange thing, and the way that I kind of like started doing stone and orange was because one day we had come home and there was like, I don't know, I think the bag that we had gotten was like a color of orange, or like the plastic bag was like an orange or something like that. I don't remember where it was from. And then we have this like concrete planter. And then I put the bag next to the planter and I left it there for the day. And I think the light was hitting it really, like it looked really cool, and like the orange was kind of reflecting a little bit, and I'm like, this is really nice. So I actually took a photo, and it's somewhere in my camera roll, of the colors. And for whatever reason, just the concrete texture next to this plastic bag looked so good that I was like, let me sample both the concrete and the orange. And I ended up sampling both in Photoshop, where the light hit the concrete and the light hit the orange. And I was like, man, this is such cool colors. But I do feel like, not for nothing, I do feel like in the tech space, a lot of people have been just going too goo goo gaga for orange these days. And I kind of feel like orange, at least in the keyboard space, has now, like, I don't know, I was trying to not make it my thing, but you know, just a lot of people tend to use orange these days, and I from like a brand perspective, it's kind of hard to base myself off of one color. So I might move away from doing that kind of stuff, so it doesn't like get things confused and whatnot. These are HMX, yes. All right. Now let's flash this PCB. So let's open this guy up. If you had to pick between the Margot and the Agar, which one would you choose and which one would you prefer? The Agar, hands down. Like, unless you want a 65, like if the layout matters, then go for it. But for me, the Agar 100%. I recently bought a bright orange chair for my new apartment. Looks so good. Yeah, I still do love the color orange. It's really pretty, but... All right, so let's actually flash this PCB while we're at it. Is there a reset button on this that I'm not seeing, or should I just like hold down some keys? All right, I might have to hold down some keys here. So let me just do it while it's open in case I do have to find a button somewhere. Is there a reset button? I guess not. All right. Oh no, it's right there. I see the reset button. It's on top. That's actually a really good place for the reset button. I actually really appreciate that. One sec while I adjust this. I still think these are a bit finicky, these like little acrylic or polycarbonate standoffs here. But let's plug this in and flash. Yeah, so this is... to speak candidly on this particular mounting style isn't my absolute favorite thing in the world, but I have to admit they did it. I don't know if this is directly Bion or maybe with Bold tinkering with things. This actually works like weirdly good, like weirdly very well. So I have to give credit where, you know, credit's due type thing. It's good for that. Is this not resetting here? Oh, here, there we go. Now we have opened it up. So let's find the file we need. Like, and again, I think just because it's kind of positioned on top of these polycarbonate thingies, it kind of cuts the contact between the metal bottom, which I think is what's causing it to not be as resonant and bad sounding, because typically this mounting style, the sandwich mount, is it's pretty bad. So like bowls up to no good. No. I hope there's another run of the Agar. I want to try the EC kit. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know how or why there's no more EC kits, because I thought this was a pre-order or like a group buy, but I mean, that's fine. All right, let's see. If we go into VIA now, are we able to load this up, or do I still need the JSON file? Okay, no, we're good. So now I can turn the lighting up. Quit, authorize, lighting. I mean, I don't see any lights now. Let's see. Let me load those other definitions there. Now the lighting is not working, period. Oh, no. That is working. That LED. Maybe let's just look at the hotkeys here. Let's just go... Hold on one sec, guys. I apologize. Oh, I saw a light there. Okay, I see a light now. Okay, so it's on a different lighting mode now. Okay, we had to clear it, I guess. Okay, so yeah, it does get miles brighter now. Like, that is actually pretty bright. That is pretty darn bright now. Okay. Very, very cool. And I guess let's put this together and see how this looks when we put it together. Rainbow, yeah. Juicy. I'm thinking let's just move over GMK Lux to this. How do you guys feel? Do you know any EC boards that would sound like the Heavy Grail? I mean, the Heavy Grail is just a case for a board. You still, I believe you still need to buy the internals, like from, is it the Real Force keyboard? The cable's escaping? Oh, this? Yeah, it stopped. I don't know if I want to put Shinseki. We mentioned this yesterday. I don't know if I, like, feel that good about putting Shinseki on this. This already feels like it's going to be a bit softer, which is fantastic. Again, we'll play around with some stuff here, but let's just move over this keycap set. I love TKLs. How'd you guys feel about this one? This particular TKL? So far they're good. The keyboard definitely is loud. I don't know how I feel about it. I love the looks. Oh, the board itself. Yeah, I guess I'm a little, like, the mounting, I think they did, like, for what it's worth, the mounting in this board is a bit, I don't feel like using the word dated is fair. I also have to hydrate. I apologize. I don't think using the word dated is super fair, but I feel like it's clearly not going to be everyone's favorite mounting style. Like, this is a very divisive mounting style. So I guess I'm, like, confused why this choice was made. But we'll see. I'm thinking of getting the Agar. These switches sound so nice. If you're gonna get the agar, I would say I really like the aluminum versions more than the polycarbonate ones. So I don't know how I feel about keyboards with a logo on the top. I feel like this logo kind of works though, because it's, again, Bion's style is kind of, it's kind of like out there, but I think it's done in a way where the keyboard's still classy enough, you know? So I do appreciate it. Also, Equal, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like this keyboard definitely has a lot going on for it. Ooh. I need a quiet board for gaming. Mechanical switches have been waking up so many people in the house. You could go silent switches, Crash. Literally any board with picking up some silent switches. In particular, I really like Hamu Heartbeats. I don't know if those are still available anymore, but there are some amazing silent switches on the market, dude. Like absolutely amazing ones. I need to tune spacebar a little bit better here. I also might go in and do the same thing to the plate that I did with the aluminum plate, which is kind of put some stickers on it.
Back to give you my money.
Thank you, Pickle. I really appreciate the tier 1, man. Thank you, thank you. Silent switches from Dankebs are pretty good. Yeah, Dankebs has a lot of good silent tactiles. Dankebs is a low-key, underrated place for a lot of those types of things. I believe it is Danny Got. So you're asking if the gaskets are compatible. I'm pretty, like 99% sure they are. I think the whole point was to make it compatible and kind of help fix anyone who bought that and kind of felt like the mounting was lackluster. There is still a lot of resonance from this board. Oops. I almost feel like this plate is now picking up even more. Well, I don't know. Let's wait till we put all the keycaps on. This is gold on black keycaps? Yeah. So this is how Omni-Man spends his free time. Omni-Man. Watching your vids made me go from thought only to enjoying highly pitched boards. I mean, that's always a cool thing too. It's good to kind of diversify, I feel like sometimes. Even me, sometimes I get stuck in my way with certain sound signatures and then I start being like, no, everything else is shit compared to what I think is good, but that's not always the truth. I do like the spacebar already a lot more. I feel like this would have been one of those boards that really could have benefited from having a half plate or something. I went from Mad Thought on a Zoom to Clacky Paper 8 ideally now. Paper's such a good one, dude. Watching Alex maybe go from Logitech Omron to using Logitech MX keyboards. Good old Logitech. Oh, I mean, there's definitely still some resonance in here. But let's actually plug this in now. I also want to see the RGB, how that differs. Still almost impossible to see with my lights on, but it's definitely brighter. Let me turn the light off here. Definitely a little brighter. Not that you guys will be able to tell much, but it is there. But there's the RGB on this. And that's at full brightness. Watching, are the space bars kind of nice? Yeah, so let's give this another go then. Let's see what this is going to sound like. So this is using a PP plate with the Sonyas switches, the HC versions. We can try some different switches here as well. But let's give this a little go, shall we? Ooh, these are like really snappy sounding. So again, right away you can tell there's still, because of the way this mounts, you're going to get some feedback. I almost feel like some of it might be... Ooh, the spacebar is way nicer, but there's still a little bit of metallic resonance happening. Ooh. Okay, this spacebar is way nicer on this one. It's a lot nicer. There is, again, this is not something I can show you guys, so you're going to have to keep my word for it here. The spacebar is, oddly enough, a lot softer in this. I don't think the spacebar needs to be tuned. We can put a little bit more lube in it. I don't think there's not much more I can do to this. The only thing I'm thinking is we do the exact same thing we did to this, which is basically we put some tape on the plate itself, which could help us remove some of this metallicness, which we're going to do right now anyways. The alphas, if you like that sort of thing, they have some feedback, they have some resonance from the case. Again, probably a side effect from the mounting style of this. This is a sandwich mount. Again, not everyone's cup of tea, but if you like this kind of thing, I think this is probably one of the nicer sandwich mounts without using any special tabs. And when I mean tabs, these are just basic tabs on the plate. So it does a decent job with that piece of polycarbonate or acrylic that's acting as a diffuser in the board. Again, I think you really have to still be into a bit of a stiffer typing experience as well as a louder sound signature. Let's go in and let's put the same stickers that we did on this plate and see if it helps with the board here. Because if it can help me personally, again, this is a personal thing. If I can get a little bit less of the case feedback on this, I feel like the board will pop a bit more. So let's go do that right now. I preferred the Garen when it came to the sound profile, but visually, this board here takes the cake for me. Oh no, bias was yesterday, Shiki. Today's the 27th, so ooh, that's a squeaky screw there. Garen, am I saying that wrong? Gurn, whatever it's pronounced. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It's all that really matters, dude. Oh my god, my ears. The squeakiness. You guys didn't like the squeaky screw? All right. Let's try doing some little stickers on this. Let me go find some actual good stickers. I like the original bias. I will admit, this bias looks way nicer to me. Like, I think this is a bit more of my vibe, like, overall. Like, look how good this sounds right here. Again, I think if we isolate this a bit more from the case, we'll get a lot of that feedback kind of like, you know, gone. But yeah, I do like the new bias visually. I like the old bias for different reasons, but I don't really type on mine as much. And again, I bought that bias my own money. I did not review it, did not do anything. That was just, I purchased it. I think the sound wasn't 100% there for my old bias. Like, I'd rather use this, and I probably will end up using this. Let me get some stickers. One sec, guys. What do I want to use? Here we go. These are good to use. We'll put these on. They're little stab stickers that I have saved. Now I need some tweezers. Which tweezers do I want to use here? I'll use these angled ones. The new bias looks absolutely stunning, even if it pains me. Goddamn, can Bion capture my favorite aesthetic down to a T? So nice. Yeah, I will admit, it is a cool aesthetic. Not too sweets. Thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Really, I think the old bias had a weirdly flat sound signature that I mean, I tried it with a few different switches, but that's probably why I don't use it as much. Although I did prefer the mounting style and the way the old one felt. It just felt better isolated in the internals of the case. So, not for nothing, yeah, I prefer it for that reason as well. And again, there's going to be some different machining marks on the internals over here, as well as a logo being added. I don't know how much that matters to you guys, but kind of a bit of a whatever update there. Wouldn't this board be a proprietary PCB then, like OG bias? Unlike OG bias? I don't really know if there's anything proprietary about this particular PCB, but let me triple check the back here. I think you can, I mean, if you wanted LEDs, but if you don't care for LEDs, I'm pretty positive you can just realistically use, I feel like you could probably use whatever PCB you wanted. Again, I don't have an answer to that. That's not an official answer. But if you're okay with just not using like LEDs on the PCB, then it looks like anything could fit. Because the daughter board, you can just screw in a universal one. I'm hoping this helps isolate the board a bit more. Only going to do a few on the top over here and then flip it to the back and do the bottom. How's Mr. Alex feeling today? I'm alright. Too much going on in my life right now that I'd rather just breathe and not deal with anything at the moment, you know? This or the Cloudline, I think they're two very different aesthetics. And honestly, two very different sound profiles. So, hard to say, hard to answer anyone's, I guess, you know, which is better answer there. If you're not into the Cloud9 aesthetic and this is like the aesthetic you're aiming for, then yeah. Who did that? It's Trivial. Thank you so much for the Prime. Also, hello. How you doing, man? Alright, let's do one more sticker here and then we'll put the other 3 on the bottom. What would I go for? I mean, I already told you guys I'm getting a Cloud9. Hopefully. And then they're letting me, like I told you guys yesterday too, I'm pretty positive I'm allowed to keep this. So if I get to keep this, I mean, like I'll be a happy camper. If I wasn't able to keep it, honestly, I probably will still pick this up in silver though, not in black. I just have way too many all black keyboards, like that I've collected since I started the hobby, and they're kind of a little bit boring sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. This one here is pretty sharp looking in black though, I have to admit, but yeah, a little boring sometimes. Okay, let's see if these stickers help isolate the PCB a little bit better here. If so, maybe I can beg Mr. Bowl and Menu to include some little force brake pads in the board. Because if we can get some force brake pads and this ends up being crazy good with the plastic plate, then I will be extremely, extremely happy. Yeah, we'll see once it's compressed. All right. It's a little better. Yeah, like it definitely has a bit more of the switch sound going on now. You can still hear a lot like of the mounting style. Like the mounting style is very forward with this case. I do feel like this helped isolate it a little bit more, so maybe I will push to see if maybe they can include some force brake stickers or something in this. Yeah, it's like ever so slightly deeper. I like it more. Now I want to see what the cherry switch would have sounded like in this if we had gone with the plastic plate. So let's see. We should still have some leftover cherry switches, so let's try that too, shall we? Because that is something I want to take a look at. Did I have any leftover? Yeah, I did. I always use deskies for cherry, yeah. Well, most of the time. Most of the time, anyways. Oops, stomach is growling. Promise I'm not hungry at all. I mean, yeah, you can tell, like, that's why I think the plate at the bottom, here, let me show you guys an example. See how the plate at the bottom has these tabs that go right over here? I feel like on all the boards, they should cut, here, let me show you guys exactly what I think should happen. I think they should cut the plate up a little bit, like right up to here, go straight across, maybe leave a small area for the space bar, and cut, and then also put relief cuts here and here. Remove this whole tab on all the space bars. Because I feel like it's doing this weird thing, sort of, like kind of not really, where you can hear some rattling of the non-fixed polycarbonate piece. Because that thing there doesn't really stay, like it's compressed in too, but you might also get some like micro movements from that. So if we were just to remove that, and this is like, you know, the largest area where you're kind of hitting something, I feel like this spacebar would really shine and then also allow you to have these really loud alphas. But that would be my criticism as a whole, I think, for this board. Again, some minor things. I don't love the way the polycarbonate or acrylic pieces, I don't know what material it exactly is, that are there. As you guys saw, those kind of like flip-flop everywhere. I would prefer a better way to kind of like have those fixed into place, and maybe a good way to do that would to be have some sort of like alignment pegs that would just slot into instead of it kind of just leaning into the bottom there. So, and then past that, like the board is beautiful. Otherwise, the RGB, even with full brightness, I mean, it's all right. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's sort of brighter, but apparently we had it at 50% brightness before. Now it's at full. So again, we can kind of play around and let's go down to minimum here. Oh wait, is that the brightness? Hold on a second, guys. Maybe I have to redo something for the brightness here. Maybe there isn't full brightness on this. This PCB is kind of being funky right now. Let's load the hot swap JSON. Connect. Lighting. Yeah, I mean it's on full brightness right now. This is full brightness. So I would say it's like decently bright. With the lights off, you're gonna notice it like I showed off yesterday. Maybe a little bit more than I showed off. We can kind of show it again here. Let's do it the cycle color again, cycle all. Is it on? Yeah. So I'll show you guys. I will have to probably turn off some extra lights here. And then let me adjust the camera so it's more, you know, seeing what I'm seeing type deal. But there's some lights going on. I'd say that angle, you can kind of see them. My camera's not 100% the brightest it could be. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this some more, guys. 1 second. Yeah, I feel like my camera's not going to get any brighter than this right now. It's just in video mode, so yeah, it's there a little bit. Maybe I can show you guys from the top-down view. Maybe that'll be better because I can adjust this one here a little bit more. Oops. If it wants to adjust. Yeah, like I would say, yeah, this is a good representation right here. Right here. This is how my eyes are perceiving the view. Maybe one more. So it's not super bright, but like if you're working in a dimly lit room, you will be able to see some light happening on the board. Some accent LEDs, if you will. All right. I hope this doesn't flashbang you guys when I turn the lights back on. So I think we're good. No flashbanging. Yeah, kind of like the Type K. It's just ever so slightly there. All right. I think we're good. All right, though, guys. Hopefully... No, that's a little bright. I'll fix that later. The light. That was good. No flashbanging? Okay. I'm grateful. I think pretty much we've looked and covered as much as we can. Just discovered your videos while searching for Holy 60 video, and I love them so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Joni. That's very kind of you. I think I'm going to switch back to the HMX switch here, but no evening stream today. Today was just today, the afternoon stream. But I don't know. What did you guys think? Ooh, this is too bright. We'll just leave this screen here. I really like these switches. I think they work pretty well on this particular board. I would like to try these switches in a different mounting style as well. But these switches are really nice. They sound really good. They have like the right amount of scratch and depth. So I'm very happy with them. No, I didn't get to watch. Oh, I keep switching this view like it's going to change. I didn't get to watch anything yesterday. That's probably what I'm going to do today. Like I said, today I got some minor things I'm going to do and get fixed up. And then I've just had a stressful long day, a long morning. So I'm either going to take a nap because I need to, or I am going to go sit down and watch some television or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what I do today. But if you guys are interested in the board, we got to do 2 configurations. I'll edit the YouTube video for this probably tomorrow. And if you guys want, it's on Bull's website. It will be on Bull's website on April 5th, I believe. Is it the 5th? Let me triple check here. I wrote it down. Where is April 4th to May 5th? That's the group buy dates. And it's going to be priced at $450. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for anyone who actually was looking to grab the board, and maybe there was a few of you guys in chat looking to get it. I do think it's a cool project. I'm a little bit hesitant to say the mounting style will be for everybody, because I feel like, again, you're going to have to want something a little bit more resonant and a bit stiffer. Consider it like a top mount, but just ever so slightly more resonant than a top mount, I would say. Like, if you're into top mount, you'll probably be into this. But again, it's just a little bit more of everything top mount does. Even some of the negatives of top mount, if you're, aware of those two. Write it on your whiteboard so you don't forget. God damn it, dude. Your hair curls are on point today. My hair is weird. Dude, my hair used to go to one side. And it used to be really nice. And then, for some reason, like a year or two ago, it's not that I changed my hairstyle. It's just, it became very difficult to do what I used to do to it. And it just kind of like curled up more, to the point where this is the only thing I can really do. Like, I want to cut my hair, obviously. I'm letting it grow a little bit more before I cut it. But yeah, it was weird. Like, it kind of just changed. So I feel like this one would be great for long pull tactile enjoyers. Yeah. Again, very pretty board. Very, very pretty board. All right, though, guys, let's go find someone to raid. Let's actually send people off with this board today. Let's do that. Let's go find who is online. Enjoy the rest of your guys' days as well. I really hope I really hope everyone has a good one today. Let's go raid. Let's go raid a Prees. Prees, my good friend. He plays a lot of Apex. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Most likely tomorrow. I think we're building a Holy Grail tomorrow. I think. I have to double check. But I'll see you guys then. Bye, everybody. Love you and talk to you very, very soon. See you guys.